dirty laundry, construction site behind you, kids running around. Who knows what's going on behind you and why it's not professional appropriate to show that in one of your videos. This is why we have the virtual background. It's powerful because it doesn't matter where we are, we can create a controlled environment behind us, which looks presentable, it looks nice. Now, there's a couple of requirements for a virtual background. Number one is a front light source. If you have an ample amount of light on your body, it's going to know the difference between your body and the background behind you, okay? Number two is it's good to have a homogeneous background, if possible, behind you. Sometimes people have a wall. This is not always a controlled environment, so I totally understand if you don't. I do not have a homogeneous background behind me. There's a lot going on. In fact, those striped lines make virtual backgrounds absolutely imperfect for me because I don't use them that much because I sort of created my background. But whatever your situation is, I encourage you to start the process of figuring out what virtual background is going to match your environment, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on the webcam option here. And then if you scroll down, you will see a checkbox here for virtual background. So the thing that I wanna do here is I wanna figure out where my optimal edge blur is. And then I also wanna see, this background is imperfect. I wanna go and actually select a virtual background that's a little bit more appropriate. Something that is going to blend in with my background, with my skin tone, with the clothes that I'm wearing. And I'll know pretty quickly which looks better than others. As I mentioned, the striped lines behind me make this imperfect. So I'm not a perfect candidate for this. But maybe I might choose something like this, you know? I might find something that's a little bit appropriate, and then there's my virtual background. Now, the other thing that I can do is I can also upload a video. So for example, I can upload a background. So some of these work better than the others. Like, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But you can, like, let's say you have some branding, you actually can go ahead and upload your own custom virtual background. So I encourage you guys to use this feature, see where this is appropriate for you, and experiment with different backgrounds, different lighting, and then see what works for you. This feature is also available on the Dubb mobile app. So if you click on the camera button right here on the bottom of the Dubb mobile app, and then you go ahead into the camera option, there is a button right here on the very end, on the very bottom, which is right there. That's the virtual background button, the bottom one. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and I'm going to select my background, and then I'm going to show that to you guys. There's my virtual background. So I like this. The Dubb mobile app works a little in my environment. The Dubb mobile app works better for me, so I would probably go ahead and use this. I really like the sort of outlining of my face. It looks very cool to me. I really like that. I actually really like this background with the plants. For some reason, that makes me happy. Nature heals, right? So that concludes the demo on the virtual background. I encourage you to go and experiment with this and to figure out what works for you and what does not. Virtual background is here's a philosophical question. Is the virtual background a band-aid for something that hasn't been solved behind you? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. No judgment. I understand that we're in different environments. Sometimes, we're working from the kitchen table. Sometimes we're outdoors. Sometimes we're at a Starbucks. Who knows where we are? The situation is always flexible and agile and, unpredictable. But I do always encourage people, if you do have a home environment, a home office environment, I always encourage people to spend a couple of bucks, get a nice light, get a nice background for yourself, maybe a bookcase. You can even buy those sort of single colored screens that can just stand behind you if you want something that's extremely fast. Because investing in your background is a good thing. But hey, you know what? If not, the virtual background is there to support you. Thanks for enjoying that. Okay, so we've got a question from Aldo. Can you create your own virtual background? The answer is yes. Here's the thing. Desktop 1920 by 1080, those are the dimensions. And on mobile, 1080 by 1920. So it's landscape versus portrait. So just make sure, go into Canva or Photoshop or whatever it is that you're using to design your background, and make sure you try a couple of different colors, a light color, a dark color, a bright color, a muted color. Like we noticed, I remember, Ina, when we were working through this with you, what worked for you was more like tan colors, off-white colors.
Mm-mm.
Those work better. So it's going to be different for every single person based on your skin tone and based on what's behind you. So I encourage you to try different virtual backgrounds. It's just the nature of lighting. So definitely experiment with different colors. Bright, muted, dark, light. That's a good spectrum to start. Busy, simplistic, solid, gradient. Experiment with those. There's so many there's so many images that you can grab online, like Pexels, is a source that we use for free background images. There's a lot of royalty-free images that you can use, and of course, Aldo, to your point, if you want to customize the brand of your branding, you can do so. Like Ina, you have this beautiful Dubb background that sometimes you use, which is branded. Caleb, our designer from our team, created that. It's really nice. So I encourage you guys to do that. Thanks. Thanks for watching this video.